Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
Hey sister, this is Dr. Karen Osborne. Listen, I'm going to talk to you for 30 seconds before this episode begins about my next Women Wanting More live event. This is 2.5 days of women just like you being pushed physically, mentally, emotionally, getting really clear on what they want, knowing why it matters, and leave with the tools to actually put that into action and being part of a sisterhood. So if this is something that really, really resonates within your heart, sister, I want you to head over to drkarenosborne.com, click on the Work With Me button, and we can start the application process. I look forward to hearing from you. Here's that episode. You and I are so lucky, sister. So lucky. I had this conversation with my son Tyson as I just finished walking him to school. And I said, Bud, you know what? We're so lucky. We're human beings. We got to be human beings. We could have been dogs. We're human beings. We get to create anything we want with our life. If we were dogs, this is what I said to Tyson. I'm like, this is what our life would be. We pee and poop. We eat. We go to the park. We sleep. We fetch. And we either live in the wild or we live with a family. For some of you, actually, you might go, oh, geez, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty simple. Bring that life on, please, right? Seriously, like, we are so lucky. Your life is so precious. It matters. It matters. And I don't know if you know how much it really does. I don't know if you know the power that you have inside of you to, as I tell my boys, that you can create and become anything. So check this out. I was having this thought yesterday, a year ago. I'm like, what were we doing a year ago? So I record this podcast. This is December 2nd, 2016. A year ago, I was living in Alberta. Cold and snow. Today, I live in Victoria, BC. A little rainy sometimes, especially right now. Never really gets that cold. We rarely get snow. A year ago, I had 3 businesses. I was hustling. Chiropractic practice full-time, network marketing business, and I had started this podcast. Actually, I had started my journey in online with my previous podcast, Mom at 41, and products I tried and courses to create, nothing that really landed yet. So at that point, I was about 3.5 years into that journey. But I just started coaching a year ago. We were definitely having lots of challenges with our oldest boy, Tyson. Still do at times. But the biggest thing for me was I didn't have a lot of time with my children. Because I was in my practice 3 nights a week. So I wasn't home till like 6:15. Had about an hour before they get to bed and bath. And you know, if you're a parent, that last hour, like, it's not the best hour. They're tired, cranky. And there's some mornings I would never see my kids because I was left for at 6:30 in the morning to go to my office. So I didn't see my kids the entire day. It mattered. It was having an effect on them. A year ago, we were in a nice home. Now, even though we don't own this home because we moved here and we just started renting right away, it was easiest. Trying to figure out where exactly we want to live in Victoria, what neighborhoods that we like. But now we live in this beautiful home. I get to be outside every day. I didn't have that back in Alberta because it gets fucking cold there. Like really cold. 6 months of winter cold. A year ago, I was wondering, oh God, when's the practice going to sell? Like, I am tired. I can't keep doing this. I felt very stuck. I loved what I was creating with Women Wanting More. I loved at the time that network marketing business. I saw it as a way out. I saw it as another alternative. I saw it as a solution. I saw it as the thing that I should really be doing and had already embraced the idea of walking away from chiropractic. It was a year ago. It was like, when is this going to happen? Because as much as I still loved chiropractic, loved caring for our patients, like I was just done. It's time for me to move on. You know how it's like, I don't watch TV really anymore at all, but you know, you might have had some favorite TV shows and they kind of hung on for a little longer than they should have. Like an extra season or two, and you're just like, dude, you just should have ended it a while back. On a high note, right? In a good place. That's what I was kind of feeling. I felt like I had like overstayed my welcome. Like it was time for me to move. Yet we couldn't find someone to buy the practice. We're waiting for that. And we knew that it could take time. We knew it could take about a year. So we were in that space. We had a lot of debt at that point in our lives. Today, we have virtually none. Don't even have a mortgage. It's actually kind of freeing. The thing that I resisted the most is like, oh, we can't rent. That's a step back. We need to own a house. And I was like, wow. And also, too, was like, the story I told was, who's going to rent us a house with 2 big dogs? Well, apparently there are houses you can rent that are totally fine with pets. You give them a big old deposit and they're good. We found a home that has concrete floors. Like, couldn't be the flooring that's any easier for little kids and dogs. Perfect. It was kind of nice having the freedom of no mortgage, I got to say. In my marriage, although a year ago things had really started to turn around significantly, today, 100 times more. 100 times more. Deeper connection. I actually see my husband throughout the day. Feel more connected, although we're doing different businesses. Soon to be doing some things together in 2017, so stay tuned for that. We are creating this as we speak, or as I speak. My life is so different. I feel very much aligned with where I am in my life right now. A year ago, not. I was moving towards it. I knew that I would get there eventually. But there were days I would just wake up and go like, fuck, I can't do this. Like, it's too hard. It's too much. We're so lucky as human beings. We get to create. So now where my husband and I are, and by the way, we're not done. We're not finished. Expansion continues forever. Forever. And if you're religious, you believe in afterlife, even after our physical body is gone, it continues forever. Expansion never stops. What you can create is infinite. The only thing that you have to get out of the way is you. The biggest block to the things you want in your life is you. I know you're pointing the finger at everybody else right now. Your husband, your kids, that asshole boss, my financial stresses, the things that happened in the past. I know, I've been there too. It's where you are, it's no judgment, it's just what is. But the truth is, and you know this, sister, the only thing that holds you back from you getting what you want in your life is you. It's you. It's not the government's fault. It's not the weather. It's you. It's hard, right? It's hard to own this. I'm going to put in the show notes a episode I did a while back, which is called Take Responsibility for Life. Own it, sister. Most people will not do this. Because it means that you do have to take responsibility for where you are now. It means you take responsibility for the choices that you made that got you to here. And that's fucking hard. That's really hard. When I was in practice as a chiropractor, and people would say to me things like, well, you know, the reason I have all this stuff going on with my health, the neck pain, the migraines, I'm overweight, the stress I feel, like, you know, like it's in the genes. My mom had migraines, my sister had migraines, my grandma had migraines, so it's a genetic thing. Or the reason I've gained 100 pounds over the last 3 years is because, the kids. Like, I'm just so busy, and who has time to work out? Currently, women sometimes will approach me and go, well, the reason things are the way they are in my marriage is because, my husband won't communicate. It's him. Maybe it can be something, very difficult that happened. He had an affair. Or maybe it's for someone who said, I've had an affair. Like, we've fallen apart. It's because of that person. It's because of something they did. Own it, sister. You are so lucky to have this life. We are so lucky. We're human beings. We get to create and become anything. Just get out of your fucking way. Ask yourself these deep questions. What do I want? Why is an absolute must? And what must I do? Commit. Take action. Go. You will not know everything. You don't need to read another book, listen to any more of my podcasts, although keep listening to my podcasts. You don't need to take another online course. You don't need to ask and survey 10 friends on Facebook. You need to fucking take action and go. What do you want? We are so lucky. And I don't know if you know that, sister. And I get it. Like, life is busy, kids and business and marriage. And I get it. I'm there too. But I'm going to have you consider today that you have a lot more going for you in your life than you think. There's so much more that you can do. Hell yes. All of us. Me. But you are so lucky. So here's what I want you to do today as your more tip. Open up your journal. I want you to have a whole page and write down all the things that you are thankful for. All the things that you are lucky for. And just know, when I say lucky, I don't mean like somehow you got, like when I met my husband, if I don't go, oh, I'm so lucky that we met. No, like, we created this, right? Or, oh, so lucky you've got, 2 great kids. No, I fucking work hard at parenting every single day. I work hard in my marriage every single day. I work hard in my business and communicating this message every single day. So when I say lucky, I'm saying you are lucky that you get to take a breath today. You get to live this life. What are you thankful for? Because you are a human being. You get to create and become and do anything with your life. So take one page and write that down. And then I haven't done this for a while, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to either Facebook message me, you can email me, drkaren at drkarenosborne.com, and let me know what insight has come up for you. Like, what's real for you from actually doing this exercise. I'd love to hear from you, sister. So please go ahead and reach out and we can connect that way. And here's what I want you to do. My Women Wanting More live event that I had close to 2 months ago now, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, I've created a movie from it. Okay, from video that we took with literally just iPhones, okay, and pictures, and put this together to really share what the experience is like. In addition, I'm interviewing so far 5 of the 6 women after the event to really see what has remained for them. After these 2.5 days of being pushed physically and mentally and emotionally, getting clear on what they want and why it matters, and be given the tools and creating an action plan on how to make that happen. What has remained? Because you can go somewhere and do all the stuff, which I do with my live events, removed from husband and kids and business and all the distractions of everyday life, and come back and just go right back to where you were. And that would be meaningless. In my mind, that would be meaningless. That would be a fun couple days, but nothing would persist. So what's exciting is I'm going to give you the link. I want you to go ahead and click on the I button, which is the notes section. And you're going to see a link which allows you to watch the Women Wanting More live event movie, as well as the after party, if you will, interviews with so far 5 of these 6 incredible women, and how they all got clear on what they wanted and why, and are now coming from a place of power within their life. And if you feel like you need to be at the next live event, sister, take action. Take action. There'll be a spot for you to click on a button to apply. Currently, as I record this episode, there are 4 spots left for the January event. That's it, 4. I've had someone go, oh, I can't make that one. How about the next one? I don't have a next one yet. I don't know when that will be. There is no someday, there's now. So after watching, or if you've been hearing my message for a while, you were just like, I need to be there. I really want to apply to get one of those remaining seats. And you'll see a button that allows you to click on that. You'll fill an application and we'll have a conversation from there. I love you, sister. You got this. You got this. So I will talk to the next episode then, sister. A life of more. It's just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosburn.com/newsletter.